Chosen ones. How is everyone doing? How is everyone doing this afternoon? I pray all is well with you all. I just have a quick encouraging word because I had to get up and get ready to go do a little school shopping last minute. Well, take some things back rather. Um, and I just wanted to come and talk to someone. Thank you, son. Someone today. I just encourage you all because we're all on this journey of healing, all on this journey of growing. And we're on this journey of taking responsibility for ourselves. We're on this journey of holding ourselves accountable. We're on a journey of self-discovery. Hello, Texas. We're on a journey of self-discovery. And in order to grow and in order to successfully endure that journey, there's a few things that we have to know and that people don't really talk about, right? And people need encouragement because I know I did. I'm only giving you all the encouragement that I never received when I come on here, the responsibility channel. I'm only encouraging you all and giving you what I didn't receive, in my process and my journey. It was just me and the Lord. Me trying to figure out, me dealing with myself, me dealing with a lot of the things that I had to endure. And I want to come, mention this to some of you all, the chosen ones. When it comes to the chosen ones, a lot of people like to say that we have issues or that we're the ones crazy or we're the ones that need to see a therapist, and they try to make it seem like that it's a bad thing, right? They try to tie a bad, make it seem like there's something wrong, like with us needing help or us needing some assistance, right? But people never look at themselves. We can admit as a chosen one that we need to work through some things. That's why we be the one. That's why the chosen one be the one that always tend to get help. We the ones tend to get help while the ones who are causing havoc deny that they need help, right? We the one that usually seek coaches and counseling and deliverance, all while the ones who really need it, they deny that they need it. And they continue to reap havoc on folks. Look, they continue to reap havoc on folks and be in denial and suppress their feelings. And that's why they get jealous and envious of, the chosen ones who decide to, what, let me keep thriving. Let me keep going. Let me address this issue so I can get past this so I can move on. Right? They get mad. They get big mad because we decide to, what? Hey, it is what it is. But what I want to come talk to you all about, I almost forgot my train of thought, where in the title, don't let this discourage you. And what the this is, right, is when people say, and a lot of us have heard this. A lot of us have heard this in our families, on jobs, mostly in our families, right? Don't let when people say this discourage you. When people say that she thinks she's better than someone, don't let that discourage you. Don't let that stop you from growing. Don't allow that to stop you from growing. See what it is. When people say that foolishness, what it is, they see that you want something different. They see, now, mind you, now, you never verbalize, you never intentionally, because see, you can't control how people feel about themselves. You never intentionally made someone feel as if you were better than them. You never verbally said it. You never said, what, I'm better than everybody. You never walked around with your head all high and mighty like you're better than someone. You never did that. But what it is, you've decided to step outside of the system. You decided to step outside of that system that is formed, that is silenced. There is a silent system in every family, a silent system on every job. There is a system that an invisible, not silent. There's an invisible line, an invisible system in every family, in every job that tells you that you have to stay within the limits. That tells you that you got to stay in the limits of this system. And if you don't stay in the limits in this system, you the crazy one. You the one crazy. You think you better than us because you've decided to get out the invisible system, the line and the boundaries that they've set. Mm-hmm. You the crazy one. So don't let that discourage you all. Don't let. I'm here to encourage you. Don't allow when people say she thinks she's all that, he think he is better. That's just the way to keep you stuck with everyone else. And I know it's hard. Sometimes you feel lonely. You feel alone. You feel like you don't have support. Yes, son? Huh? Yeah. Um, Sometimes you feel alone. You feel like, you don't have any support. You feel like, everyone else is congregating and seem like they're getting along fine. And you already know. You already know what's going on. The same thing going on that was going on when you were in the mix. That's the same thing that's going on. But because you decided to isolate yourself, you decided to do the work on you because you understand that everybody's not going to do this work. Hi, Keisha. Everybody's not going to do this work. So because you decided to do the work on you, you decided to deal with your childhood traumas. You decided to, get through and break free from things that were holding you back. You think you better than somebody. You think you all that. You think you better than us. Who made you ruler over us? And people will say this to discourage you, to keep you stuck. And don't let them keep you stuck. Don't let what they say and think keep you stuck. That's why your healing is so important. Healing is so important because as you already know, that people are not going to treat you how they used to treat you when you start doing the work on yourself. When you start setting healthy boundaries, when you start saying, no, I don't want to attend that because I'm working on my personal growth and development. When you start saying, no, I don't feel good around this person or in this environment. Oh, come on now. We have to tell the truth. Shame the devil. Don't let that discourage you. When people start saying that, that is an indication that you're heading in the right direction. The hardest fight that you will ever have to fight is breaking free from the opinions of others. And whoever the others are, family, friends, co-workers, spouse, whomever. That is the hardest fight you're going to have to fight. Because we want people to be happy for us. We want people to celebrate us. Genuinely. We want that as human beings, we have a sense of wanting to be accepted and affirmed. This is why I talk so much about healing. Hi, Tyrenia. This is why I talk so much about healing. This is why I talk so much about growing and you learning and finding out who you are. Because if you know who you are, then you'll be more confident and bold, okay with being alone. And the most of us who can't be alone and who are codependent is because we still have issues we need to heal from our childhood. We have childhood trauma that we need to address. Hi, Jim. That's why I talk about that, because if you can address the issues from the old, you can walk into your new boldly, not worried about what people think and what they're saying. I used to be so concerned. I had an issue with that. I'm gonna be honest, be transparent. I had an issue of being afraid to step out, being afraid to shine, being afraid to speak the truth. Because people are, because I knew People around me will have a problem with me being who I truly am. You can feel it. If you're a chosen one, you know. You can feel people discernment. You can feel how they act towards you and everybody else. You've been feeling it. That's why you went into a shell. That's why you didn't want to shine. That's why you didn't want to be great because you already knew. Let's tell the truth, shame the devil now. Come on. We already knew. People judging you, comparing you to other people. Hmm. Come on now. You knew that. You knew that's why you didn't want to shine. That's why you couldn't even celebrate your accomplishments, the things that you have accomplished, because you felt like you were bragging. You felt like you were bragging because you accomplished something. You did something that nobody did. Nobody never did in the family. You were afraid to shine and display that thing to the full because you didn't want people thinking you think you better. It's not that you think you better. You're going to live out everything that God has put in you. Every desire that you have in you, you're going to live that thing out. And if people can't handle you living out your desires, you're living out your purpose. If they can't accept who you are, that's their problem. That's their problem. If they mad because you're not who you used to be, you don't think how you used to think, you don't enjoy or you don't find funny what you used to find funny. You don't want to pretend and be fake and phony. You don't, the old things you used to do doesn't appeal to you on this journey. Hmm. People want to keep you. People get mad because you don't stay stuck in a way that they could feel comfortable. People get mad because you don't stay in that old way of thinking and being where they could feel comfortable with you. Hmm. Hello, D and Seema. Hey, Joan Smith. Yes. As long as you stay in a place what makes them comfortable, they're okay with you. Yes. But when you renew your mind, people don't like that. When you renew your mind, people don't like that. Especially the people who knew you. Because they don't know you. They knew you. That's past tense. You have become a new creature. Your mind has been renewed. And you have to get past that. In order to grow, and in order to be bold and confident and courageous, you have to let go of you got to let go of everything. You got to let go of how people think of what people think of you, how they think you should do things, what they think you should do, how they think you should do, how they think you should say it. Stop giving people so much control and break free and say what you want to say. As long as it's not disrespectful, it's not a lie. Be who God called you to be. Be bold and courageous and confident. Speak truthfully. Speak boldly. And that's what people hate. People want you to be stuck, ashamed. Chosen ones, we have no one thing about the chosen ones, we be bold in the area of we don't be shame about nothing. We don't be shamed about things we have done, what we've been through, and that's what people don't like. That's another thing. Because people, when they see that you are finally trying to break free out of the invisible limits they have placed on you, when they see you trying to break free, because people can see when you're trying to break free. They know when you're trying to break free. They can feel it. That's why everything is energy and spirit. They can feel that. They know when you're being withdrawn. They know when you're pulling back, just how you know when they don't slandered you and talking about you and called you everything, like the old folks say, don't talk about you and called you everything but a child of God. You know when they have been talking about you, sitting around talking about you, the same way you know that they've been sitting around discussing you, talking about you, slandering you. They can feel when you have withdrawn, you withdrew, or you are withdrawing, or you are going in a different direction. They can feel that. They can feel it. Yes, they can feel it. But when you break free from out of the invisible chains and at the invisible limits people have placed around you, you become a problem. But what I was going to say about shame, chosen ones, we don't live in shame. People try to make us ashamed about what we've gone through, things we've experienced. We don't live in that because we know the things that made us shame is a testimony. That's how we've overcome. We think different from the average. We think so different to where they thinking they're making us look bad and trying to bring up something we've done. It's just a testament to where we are. That's just to show the person that God is really working on us. If you are a crackhead, or you experience sliding down the pole, or you are promiscuous and the person sees you now, they're going to know that there is a God and there is no excuse for people to stay stuck where they are. And how you look at certain things, people get upset because you have a positive perspective on things that other people fall apart about. You got a positive perspective. Your perspective is different. You appreciate the hardships you've gone through because you understand, if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be the person I am now. If they didn't lie on me, if they didn't slander me, I wouldn't be where I am today. Because sometimes when people think they're hurting you, they're only propelling you and pushing you into the purpose. They're pushing you into your destiny. This is where the line is drawn between the chosen and people who say they believe God. There is a difference between these two people. People who just believe in God just believe in him. That's it. They just know he's true. They feel like we're spirit beings, and they know there's the higher power. But the chosen ones know that even the thing that tried to take me out is going to work for my good. Some of you all won't do what God told you to do unless somebody is pushing you. Unfortunately, I'm gonna raise my hand. Right? Let me raise my hand. I got to be pushed. And we shouldn't always have to be pushed. God shouldn't have to send people to hurt us, to come against us, for us to do what he tells us to do. But God knows his children. He knows his chosen ones. He knows the ones he got to push. He knows the ones he got to send people in their life to hurt them until they wake up. He knows the ones that, you know, people got to lie on them to give them that extra oomph and push, to do what they need to do. He knows his children. He knows his chosen. This is why you're not supposed to compare yourself to anyone else. God knows his chosen. He knows what he got to do. He knows how to parent each one of his chosen ones. He knows some of y'all, he got to send at least 3 confirmations for you guys to do anything because of what you've gone through. And you just want to make sure that is him. Some of y'all, he speak to y'all in pictures. Some of you all, he speaks to you all in numbers. Some of you all, he speak to you in dreams. He knows how to parent his chosen one. He knows what works for you. Hmm. Because we all are wired different. We all are set, we have different um outlooks on things. We got a different outlook on things. So he got to parent us different. He got to push us different, train us different, teach us different. This is one thing. That's one issue I have with the public school system. This is one issue that I have with the public school system because if you're not careful in any type of setting, educational setting, if you're not careful, the way they have things set up, the children will grow up thinking that they're stupid or they're dumb. And they're not stupid or dumb or don't know. It's just that the way they learn is different. Some of us learn by seeing. Some of us learn more by touching. Some of us learn by hearing. So if I'm in a class where someone is just on the board teaching and talking, and I'm not touching it, I'm not learning it because that's not my way of learning. Everybody is different. Everybody's different. And you got to understand yourself. That's why I said in this season, it's all about getting to know who you are. Some of you all can't, some of you all don't know who you are. You don't know what you like because you're too busy trying to please other people. You're too busy trying to make sure you're not saying the wrong thing and doing the wrong thing because people are going to get upset. Your focus is on other people. Your focus is not on you. Spending that time alone, finding out who you are, what you like, how God talks to you, how do you learn? Because unfortunately, people could live their entire lives and not know who they are, truly. And we ask, how could this be? Easy. It's easy to get caught up really not knowing who you are because your focus is on everyone else. Your focus is on making sure everyone else is happy. Your focus is making sure I don't say this because it may offend this, but everything, your focus is on everyone else but yourself. Your focus is, I don't want to say this because I don't want this person to stop talking to me. They're going to stop talking to you anyways. Your focus is to deal with you. That's your focus, dealing with you, learning you, spending time with you, asking God to show you who you are, setting boundaries to keep your mental health and sanity intact. Because some of us have stayed in situations past our time. Some of us have stayed in situations past our time. Some of us are dealing with people who we should have stopped dealing with. Some of us have to learn new ways of thinking because we've been taught certain things that no longer serves us. I love learning new things. I love learning new things that's going to help me become a better person. Some of us have to reparent ourselves. Some of us have to unlearn what we've been taught because everything we've been taught is not the truth. Everything we've been taught is not true. Certain ways and behaviors, although our family and parents, they meant well, everything doesn't apply to us in this time. And see, that's what's wrong with us. What's wrong with us is we think everything is universal. Things are changing so rapid. Only thing that's gonna stand true is God's word. Now, I'm gonna leave that as that. But some of the ways we've been taught growing up, it's not serving us in this time. That's why a lot of us are dealing with psychological issues, suppressing our feelings, suppressing our emotions, you know, like they say, sweeping things under the rug. In a lot of our families, we didn't address issues. We didn't sit down and talk through issues. Some of you all are not talking to people right now because you brought up an issue where you were trying to get understanding. You were only trying to get understanding, and they got mad because you even brought the issue up, and they blew off the handle and mad. That's something that got to be unlearned. Lack of communication and understanding. Walk around with assumptions and get mad and don't talk to people for years. Years. Because of we need to address something or misunderstanding. We need to address this to get to the bottom of it. No, the conversations don't feel good because everybody think they're right. Everybody think they're right. Their way is right because they're prideful. Pride is what causing a lot of people to miss out on good relationships, lose good spouses, lose good friends, lose family members that'll be there for them through thick and thin, real thick and thin. But because they're so prideful and jealous, they haven't dealt with what's in their hearts, and they want to project that onto you because you decide to step outside the invisible lines instead of them trying to understand what it is that you're trying to do and where it is you're trying to come from. The hate and the jealousy in them because they don't have the guts, because you have surpassed where they've gone, because you're trying to break the curses. Okay? Because you got enough boldness. You got enough bold faith. You grew a set. You're confident. And they mad at you because you don't think things should be operating that way. That's not the way things should be handled. You shouldn't sweep things under the rug. This needs to be addressed because what is concealed can never be healed. That's a bar for y'all. Is that how they say it? Bar. What you conceal, you can never heal. And half of the time, the enemy just use that because he want people to be confused. He want things he want people to be misunderstood. And people go years. You know what's funny to me? And I think it's sad. People go years without talking to somebody or mad at somebody that they never sat down and talked to. They never sat down and say, you know what? I love my sister. I love my cousin. I love my auntie. This is when you know people don't be liking you right here. This is how you know people really don't care for you and like you. Because if there's a misunderstanding, this is where you know jealousy is there. This is how you know jealousy is at play. And the enemy is using folks to come up against you. That's why I'm trying to keep the train of thought because someone's coming to me. That's why when God tell the chosen ones to apologize, God to have you all going, the chosen ones, God to have you all addressing issues that that he know you're not the cause. You're not the reason the breakdown happened. But he'll have you go address the issue because he knows you are the stronger one. You're the one bold enough because everybody else so prideful. But what I was going to say before that was this is when you know people don't be liking you. This is when you can identify what's in people's hearts right here. Because if you got a person, says your mom, your sibling, a child, a parent, anybody, if you got a person that say they really care for you and love you, and there is a misunderstanding and they just stop talking to you and believe whatever or whatever somebody told them to lie or anything, and they never come and ask you about it, that's what they want to believe because they have an issue with you. In their heart, deep down in their heart, they have an issue with you. I learned this the hard way. I learned this the hard way. Sometimes you don't want to believe it, right? You don't want to believe it because the chosen ones, we're all about understanding. We're all about understanding and forgiveness. But what it is, people been talking about you so bad. Their heart have become so cold against you, right? They hate you so much because what you stand for and what you're doing, the things you are accomplishing. They hate you so much. It's the guilt. The guilt eats them up where they can't even come to you humbly because they know they've talked about you so bad. They know they've slandered you. And in all that that the Holy Spirit has given you divine answers on, you're so humble, you still will forgive them. You'll forgive them and not even worry about it anymore. You'll forgive them. If they came to you humbly, you still have forgiven them, even though they don't come to you. You forgive them still. But when people can admit that they're wrong and they humbly come say, you know what, sis, bro, I was jealous of you. I was jealous of you because of your strength. I was jealous because things always seem to work out for you. I was jealous of you because you seem to never give up. I was jealous of you because even though you were going through your stuff, things were happening in your life that should have killed you, and you still ticking like the Energizer Bunny. Instead of them saying that and confessing, they'll just sit there and be mad at you and jealous. I'm jealous because it just seems like God always favors you. Just say that. Say what you mean. That'll help. And if there's someone on here who have um that type of heart, it'll do you just to confess. It'll do you some just to confess. Just be honest. Just be honest. That's all. When you're honest and you confess what you feeling in your heart towards people, you'll be a free soul. They say the word says the truth will make you free, and it's so true. It will make you free. Instead of you suppressing your emotions, suppressing your feelings, and then people will sit there and suppress how they feel about you. They'll suppress all that anger and hate towards you until they get an opportune time for something that is minute, a small misunderstanding, and then they'll just spill all that toxicity out on you. They'll spill all their guts, all that hate, that buildup that they've been holding against you. That could have been resolved years ago. They will release all that out on you instead of dealing with themselves. This is how people, you got to learn how to deal with people. Because if you don't, you will drive yourself up the wall. You will bring unnecessary stress on yourself. I think I got a PhD in in dealing with people. I got a PhD in dealing with folks, especially when it's come to toxicity, being negative, and people don't want to deal with themselves. Because I always turn that mirror. I've gotten to a place in my life where I'm gonna turn that mirror back on you. You're gonna be accountable. Hence, that's why we got the responsibility channel. I don't care what a person does. You're responsible for your reaction, regardless of what they said, how they said it, what they did. You're still going to be responsible for you. Still going to be responsible for you. Hmm. But that's what I want to come talk to you all about. How is everyone doing this afternoon? Listen, I'm excited. I got a few announcements, a couple of announcements on August the 19th. Um, I will be holding our first Chosen Ones members meeting on Zoom. So I'm excited about that for all the Chosen Ones members, the paid members and subscribers, the membership. We're having our first meet and greet on August the 19th at 7 p.m. So I already placed that information and the membership, on the underneath the community tab, right? And also, I also have some coaching spots available. I'm only doing a few days of coaching on I'm going to open some more slots up right now, but I think my first available is on the 11th. It's Friday. I'm not sure of the time, but if you need to, book your coaching session, you can always go and book the session, and I'll make sure I get back with you. I have that available. Also, if you are a business owner, I have created a affirmation sheet that you can speak over your business daily. It's 10 affirmations that you can speak over your business daily. I have created that, right? Also, I have my self-healing masterclass up and available at a discounted rate. If you're looking for information to help you start your self-healing journey, and I'm taking you through the process that I've gone through, that is up also on my website. You can go, and there is at a discounted rate for right now. There have been a few people taking advantage of that. I think it's 33.33, the cost of that. And also I have, the free responsibility guide, where it asks, you have to ask yourself about 30 questions. I think it's about 30 questions that's on there, 20 to 30 questions. It's been a while since I created that, but I have the woman's self-healing guide to take a responsibility for her life. And it's just you asking yourself a series of questions, being honest, and it's basically you coaching yourself in a way. It's basically you coaching yourself in a way. So I have that available. And you can find all that information on my About tab. Yeah, I have quite a few things going on. And then, two, I have that parenting one-on-one class that I promised you all that I wanted to do, where I just share, part of my testimony. And it's for people who are having a hard time, just trying to parent, their adult children, and just trying to navigate through the different difficulties that there are no instructions to. There is no book and no handbook, because a lot of parents and a lot of mothers are experiencing things for the first time, like I did. I had to experience some things for the first time as a mom. I didn't, I wasn't prepared for, some of the things that I've experienced, but I'm doing that class, and it's a free class, Zoom. I'm going to release that flyer pretty soon, and I only have 50 spots available for that. I don't want the Zoom to get too crowded, because I want it to be more intimate and, just share my story. And what else we got going on? We have quite a few things going on, but there are the free resources on my website if you want that. We got the self-healing masterclass. We got coaching sessions that are available if you're interested. And with my coaching sessions, I know the price looks like it's not, it's probably a little too steep for some, but that's okay. But what you have to think about is, you have to think about, when you're booking a coaching session, you always got to think about what you will receive, the information that you're going to receive, because you can't change your life with one coaching session, right? Sometimes you have to book multiple. And soon I will be having some packets available where you can just buy the entire packet, and you can get the multiple sessions in, the one packet. But right now, we just have the 1 hour coaching sessions for $77. And with my coaching sessions, you always get more than what you're paying for. because you can't put a price on someone's time, right? Because some people are charging way more because it's their time that, that is valuable. But right now it's $77. I know probably in the, later on, those prices may change depending on the demand, so but there is plenty of resources, plenty of things to help you if you want to help. It's all about taking responsibility, taking accountability. My life didn't change until I started investing in, things that helped me to renew my mind, things that helped me to take responsibility for myself and my actions, right? That's when my life changed. When I started taking a look at myself and whatever free resource that I was able to put my hand on, I got that free resource and I took action. I did not wait for anyone. They used to have these. I remember my first conference I went to. It was a conference that I went to in my area. I think that conference was like maybe $40. I think it was $40 that I went to this conference. And I'm glad I went to that conference because I met some people that afforded me to start doing what I wanted to do. And at that time, back in 2017, I really wanted to speak to teenagers. So I went to that conference. I met people that had nonprofit organizations, and they invited me to come in to speak to their teenagers, to speak to their teen groups and their different organizations. So I'm glad I took that step and I went by myself. And that's another thing. You're not going to always have somebody with you. Get used to going to things by yourself. When God called Moses and David and Joseph and all of them, he called them by themselves. He took them through their process by themselves. And what we try to do, because I've done it and I was frustrated, when God was calling me to transform and he was training me, I tried to bring people with me. And guess what? The things never worked out how it's supposed to. It wasn't until I said, you know what, Lord, you called me to do this. I'm trying to bring people along and they're frustrated my process. So um, when I finally accepted that it was supposed to be my journey, yes, I made some mistakes along the way, but when I accepted that it was me he was calling and wanted me to do this and not everyone else, things start going up from there. I started transforming drastically. I started meeting people to help me, meeting people who um who had what I needed. Yes, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. So I hope you all have a good afternoon. Let me know if you all are still here. If you have any questions, you could ask me before we end this live. I'm just looking at the comments here. Hi, Miss Candace. Kings and Queens Coaching Group. Hello. Yeah, just let me know if you all are still there. Just if you have any questions, put it in the chat so I can answer it for you if I have an answer. But take advantage of these free resources, you all. I created that, especially if you have a business or a small business, or even if you don't have a business. If you're thinking about starting a business, go and take advantage of that free daily confirmations sheet that I have created. It's only a PDF form sheet, and you can print it out and you can just post it somewhere in your house, or you can snap, what is it called? Screenshot it. Once you download it, just screenshot it and just say that over your business daily. Hi, Tyrenia. But if you have any questions, just let me know. But yeah, take advantage. Take advantage of the free resources. Because I know what helped me, right? I know it'll help someone else. Speak life over your business. Speak life over yourself. I know my pastor Sunday, he gave us this sheet. There's a sheet that has God's promises. I have a book also that I bought from one of those little stores, like like the little outlet stores, like a Burlington or yes, Keisha, the classes are on my website. Yes, go to the about page and you will see. Yes, go to the about page. Oh no, for the classes, no, the classes is going to no, the classes, Keisha. I posted the flyer in the I posted a flyer in the community page in the membership. Yep, for the members. The other flyer is coming out on the 14th. The other flyer will be up on the 14th. And you have to register, on Zoom to be able to access the class. Yes, for the memberships, it's just the meet and greet where, and you still have time if you would like to become a member and you're not a member, but we're just doing a personal Zoom call, to make it more intimate, to get to know each other a little better. Because I think for my membership, I have a few people in there. It's probably about, I don't want to say the number. It's over 15 of us. There's more than 15 of us in there. So I want to keep it intimate, get to know you all on a personal level. That's just who I am. So we're going to spend an hour just getting to know one another. But if you are not a member, you still have time to get in. And you can cancel the membership anytime. Even if you just want to pay, the membership fee and cancel next month, you can. There's no pressure. But you will have access to see the flyer with the you have access to see the flyer and the Zoom information to register for that meet and greet, the chosen ones, you know, um, meet and greet. Because we want the fat grapes. We head into the promised land. We're doing the work we need to do. So hey, so we can be free. So we can be free in our spirit, our minds, our will, and our emotions. So we're just trying to work through this journey, get through this process together. So I would love for you all to join the membership so we can meet. And I may do that probably. Um, I'll do it again, for those who may not have time to attend the one on the 19th. But keep in mind, Tyrenia Keisha McNeil, it's on August 19th at 7 p.m. Actually, both classes are on the 19th. The one parenting 101, um, that one is on the 19th, but that one is at 11 a.m. That one is more so in the morning. And it's just talking about, parents who are just having a hard time dealing with, and, we may have a time for a conversation and, you may have time to ask questions. I won't be able to answer all the questions, but, um, especially if you want to email me, if you know you're going to attend that class, and if you want to email me ahead of time, you can at responsibility@gmail, and maybe I can answer your question like that, because we only have an hour for the class. And I don't want to go. I did an hour and 30 minutes, and I don't want to go over that time, because I'm long winded. We'll be there forever. That thing will turn into 3 hours. So I'm just trying to be respectful of people's time and even my time. So, but I'm excited about that because I've been talking about that for months now. And the Lord was like, you know what? It's time for you to do what you said you were going to do. So whoever could attend that one, they're welcome to join. Yes, Tyrenia, on the 19th, August 19th. And let me know if you see in the community tab the flyer that I've created, and it has the Zoom information. There is a flyer. It's called Let's Meet with the Chosen Ones. So let me know if you see that, Tyrenia, please. And it has the Zoom information, the link, you can register and everything. But I'm excited about that. I feel accomplished that I finally got that out of the way. And also in the near future, to get you all prepared, I will be doing like some group coaching sessions. If you would like to join that, I'm going to keep that. I think it's going to be $25. I'm going to do $25 per month. It'll be for each group coaching session. And it's just coaching as a group. And I have different topics and different themes that I will be discussing. And if the session is something you would like to, be a part of, you could. If not, you could just join the next one. Yep, I got quite a few things that are in the process. So just be on the lookout for that. Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you all for joining me. And two, I'm still working on that book. I got a book that I'm working on. I'm working on a digital book. The one that what did name that book? I think I want to change the title. I think the title is too long. The one's 5 ways to overcome office politics and become the leader who you're destined to be. I think I'm going to change that title. I'll still keep 5 ways, but it's basically how to navigate through a toxic workplace. Basically, that's what it is. So I may change the title, but I don't know. Then I'm gonna have to go back because I did start. Then I have to go back and redo the cover. But it'll be a digital book where you all have access to download it. But I'm working on quite a few things, and I have to get these things done. And the reason I'm telling you all these things, especially the things that I have not finished, because it's making me. I'm holding myself accountable. Because if I don't let you all know what I'm doing, that'll keep me procrastinating and stuck and not completing what it is I said I was going to do. So when I come on here and I repeat things, it's to hold myself accountable because I don't want you all to be able to trust me and believe me by my actions, right? I want my actions to speak for me, not words. So, but you all have a good evening, good afternoon, because I don't see any questions here. Do you see it, Tyrenia? Oh, thank you for checking for me. You should be able to see it because it's only for the group members. It should be recent too because I haven't put anything too much in there but a scripture, but it should be recent. You should be able to see it. Let me see. I did a cute little flyer, Tyrenia. You should see the flyer in there. It was posted one day ago. So let me know if you see it. Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. And you see the information. He even has the Zoom meeting link where you can register. Yeah. I kind of posted it. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when I posted it. So you guys probably overlooked it. But always be checking back and forth in the community tab because I post information there, to try to communicate with you all. Um, but I'm excited about that. Yeah, I'm so excited about that. Hopefully everyone could make it. I was going to try to do a little pajama party, but I was like, no, I'll leave it as that. Or a tea party. That'll be another thing for later. Nikiana, the PDF is go to my about page. Go to my about page and click on, yep, go to my about page and click on one of the little website circles, the little circles there. Let me see exactly which one. Go to my about page and click on click on the self-healing masterclass. Then everything will pop up. If you click on the self-healing masterclass tab, you will see everything will pop up. And I appreciate you all have been supporting the The master class. It's an hour master class that I did earlier this year. It's pre-recorded, but it's at a discounted rate. You're welcome. It's at a discounted rate, and I'm sure you all will benefit from it. I mean, I dropped some gems in there, and I shared my process and the process that God took me through, which I talk about it here a lot, but there is more in a class form, without all the extra talk. Without all the extra, without me being extra. But I'm excited though. And I'll be creating more free resources for you all as I am led to, you know, as I am led to create, because I'm very creative. And I have so many, books and things that I'm working on. So I'm just trying to get those typed up as quick as I could, make sure they are reviewed and punctuations and spelling is correct before I put those out. And all the books are more, books that will, thank you, Tyrenia. And the books are all books that you can relate to, that, that can help you get through some things, right? It'll help you see things in a different perspective, help you overcome different things, help you see things, like I said, from a different perspective. They're mostly motivational, inspirational, and they challenge you to take action. That's what they are. Challenge you to take action. So, books that I have coming up, that's what they are. Action books. I tell a story, then I challenge you to take action. So I'll talk to you all later. And let me go. I'm headed to Target to take some clothes back for my son. So you all be blessed, and I enjoyed talking to you all. Thank you, Tyrini, for registering, and thank you for checking the community tab for me. So you all be blessed.